Morning, guys. Friday morning. Up and at me out here doing it. I'll tell you what, it was about, I don't know, maybe half an hour ago. This wouldn't be my first time. Nearly walked on a bloody great snake. I only saw about a quarter of it sliding off into the damn shrubs and bushes or whatever the heck, all the wildlife on the side. But when I saw the bit I saw, I thought, blimey, where's the other bit of that? It looked like it was a long one and a big one. But a lot of them are black erasers, which are good. And they leave you, I mean, snakes will leave you alone, or you don't bother them. But I've come across all kinds of, I've had snakes rise up on me, especially when I was out there doing lawn cutting for a living. Used to bump into them a few times. I stepped on one towel and I didn't even see it in the grass and the bloody... dear me. Anyway. But I hope everybody's having a good Friday. Go and subscribe for me. Give me the old thumbs up. Pass me around. I'm looking to get the word out there and build this up and have people get the message. And hopefully build the business a bit as well and get that there and where I want it. And even though I'm doing all right, but it's always good to have that. Good to have that networking going. Network with a bunch of people as well. So I hope everybody's doing all right. I hope everybody's got something planned for the weekend. And going to enjoy this weather because actually, I don't know if I'm imagining this, but it actually feels, even though I'm sweating, it actually feels that little bit cooler. It's like a bit of a breeze or something out here. But there's probably there's probably a Cat 10 hurricane off the coast or something, and I'm going, it's a bit of a breeze. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about opportunities. And when those opportunities present themselves, what you're going to do. Because there's been a lot of times when I've been growing up and back in England as well, where I've turned down a lot of opportunities because of my anxieties. Anxieties get in the way, and I turn down opportunities. You know why? Because that fear kicks in, and the longer you got to think about it as well. Because what do? Oh, let me think about it. Let me see. Let me figure some. Let me figure some things out. Don't get me wrong. If there's any kind of monetary outlay, if there's any money outlay or anything like that may be coming along, yeah, you might have to think about it a little bit. But I can't tell you the amount of times that I've said, yeah, let me think about it, and then talk myself out of it, because you give yourself that out. And if you've got any kind of issue with anxiety and fears around that, and trust me, you find a way of talking yourself out of it, and then you end up not going for your opportunities. Now, how do you feel? Especially when you get older and you start realising, shit, I missed out on that opportunity and missed out on this, and things that could have led to other places, things that could have carried you forward into bigger areas, but we turn them down. And the thing to do, guys, is something that I've been starting to look at, and what I did when I started my job that I got now, is I just said yes and then figured it out. You're better off saying yes to an opportunity, and yeah, I'm going for that opportunity, and then figure the rest out. Because at least you're making a goal. You've set the mind to the opportunity. Now you can figure out the solutions to the rest of it. But if you just plainly say no because of some fears, or let me think about it, or like I say, unless there's those cases where there's money outlay or business startup or something like that, yeah, there's things to think about for sure. But don't let some of those things stop you from going forward either. Figure it out. What's the solutions? You know, a lot of people, you'll hear about these people starting these big, massive businesses and making it in life with hardly anything in their pocket, money-wise, It's just themselves carrying themselves and presenting themselves, and they make it. You know, I was watching a documentary about a guy. I think he came from Iran. I know it was Middle East. I think he was from Iran, but I might have that wrong. And he's a film producer. And when the interviewer met this guy, you know, you're looking at a massive house and a beautiful way of life, and you know, you're sitting there thinking, man, this guy, how did he do that? And then he said, how did you start? He said, I came to the US with $400 and a student visa. It could be done, guys. Now, if that guy had looked and says, no, I can't do that. Look, I'm going to a foreign country. I've only got $400 in my pocket. How am I going to survive? And he wouldn't have got the lifestyle that he got. It's just like myself. How did I get into doing the work that I do? How was that presented to me? I'll tell you, it was one of those where I said yes and figured it out. I got asked by my therapist, hey, can you step up? I've been doing bits and pieces here and there, working with my therapist with energy work on others. She started to see that I had something there and I could do this work, and pushed it. And then one day, can you step up? And I looked at her at first with a bit of a stunned look. I probably don't know what she saw, but I probably looked like a deer in the headlights. And just said, yeah. Because I was so fed up to keep on saying no, or I can't, or putting obstacles in the way all the time, and because of my fears. So, and then of course, then the fear came, because it's like, okay, I'm not degreed, I'm not this, I'm not that, yes. But you know what? I would not be doing what I'm doing. I would not have made the differences that I've made if I had stopped and gone, well, I haven't got this, and I haven't got that, and I'm not degreed. Just trust me, that was a big one. That was a huge one. Because the first thing I did was to turn around, looked on her wall, which is like, you know, wallpaper full of degrees, and said, I ain't got that. And my therapist looked up from taking a note, I kid you not. And she looked up and she looked at the degrees behind me. And she goes, oh, that? And I said, yeah. She goes, it's just paper. And carried on taking notes. And I'm like, what? Scratching my head, Akin. Because that didn't register with me. It was like, you got to have that to do this. I'm doing it. I took the plunge. Absolutely love it. Love what I do. Love the studying that I do. Love the research that I do. Love telling someone something and their eyes go, what? How the mind works, how to think, different ways of thinking. But I wouldn't have had any of this if I'd have let my anxiety speak, or if I'd have let my insecurity speak. If they would have talked, they'd have had their way, and I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So take your opportunities, guys. You know, all sorts of things we put in the way, yeah? Even ego. Oh, I ain't doing that. It's below me. What? You know, sometimes it pays to drop a little, to rise up past where you are right now. Sometimes if we drop a little, there's some kind of reason for learning or lessons or ways to think or something that takes us past where we're actually sitting right now. If you let that ego get in the way, oh no, that's below me. You're missing out. You're missing out on more opportunities to learn. You're missing out on more opportunities to move yourself forward. Don't think small. Think on the larger scales. Like, if I do this, this will take me here. Not if I do this, this is below me. Now you're missing out, right? Put your ego away. Throw your ego away altogether. Ego will destroy you. You're not better than anything else. Go and do it, try it, sort it out, figure it out. Don't think this is below me, right? So pick up on your opportunities, guys. Don't turn down opportunities because all of a sudden that fear kicks in. It's a quick one to respond to and say, no, I'm not going to do it. It's really easy to do, because as soon as we feel it, we go, oh no, and the subconscious mind picks up on, oh no, and starts putting everything in to protect you, to stop you from doing it. Don't say the oh no. Say, oh yeah, that's where I'm going. Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's the opportunity I'm going to pick up. Yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I have the solutions. Not no. You're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to move. There's no strength in the word no, apart from if you use it as a boundary. Now there's strength. Absolute strength in no. Short word, big impact. Gives you the control. Hang on a minute, guys. There we go. The normal Friday cutting grass. So don't turn down the opportunities, guys, no matter how small they may be. If you've got something that crops up and you're like, ooh, I'd like to go for that, and all of a sudden it presents itself to you, then one, you may have manifested it to come, yeah? You may have put that there yourself just by thinking, you know, maybe it could have been months ago that you're thinking, you know, I'd like to do this, and all of a sudden it presents itself. It's weird how this thing works, guys. If you manifest it and it comes in your path, don't turn it down. Grab it by the horns, go for it. If you don't go for something and you miss an opportunity because of your anxiety, how are you going to feel later on? Ask yourself the honest question. How are you going to feel by not going for the opportunity? Huh? Everything I do with my therapist, when it comes down to doing certain things, I'm just like, yeah, all right. I don't say no no more. Hang on, guys, let me get past this mower. Don't turn things down, guys. Don't turn away. Go for your opportunities, yeah? Otherwise you don't know what you're capable of doing. You don't know whether you could have done it. You don't know anything because you didn't even try. Don't turn down your opportunities. There's strength there if you take it on. Good morning. There's strength there if you take it on, because now you're facing those fears. Don't let the fears tell you what to do. Go through the fears, work the fears out. The fears no longer become fears when you learn. If you learn about a certain thing that you might have a fear about, then all of a sudden that fear dies down, don't it? Because now you know. It's not the unknown anymore, you know. So don't turn down the opportunities, guys. Keep the opportunities going. Welcome the opportunities. They're the growth. They're the ones that keep you forward, keep you pushing. Stay the course, guys. Namaste.